Thokozani Kganya Lesedi grand setting is one we are currently using now. Thank you so much for being here. We do apologize for the delay. Still waiting for the Black God to pull up. I think exam time, he's quite busy at the moment. But let's use this time to catch up on everything. Drop your questions. Are you curious what the subject is all about? What is Black Root Science all about? But yes, today the topic that was chosen by him is how to live. And then, yeah, I added to the last part as a God because this is the knowledge that he does. And to find his works, his website, the Black God, and I think everything TikTok, Facebook. He's got a website, the Black God. Okay, I'll put it in the description box. I forgot to practice that one. But yeah, he will be with us shortly. He's still wrapping up a few things. But please drop questions if you have questions in the interim. We know it's going to be a really, really dope episode. Thank you so much from all the apps that you guys will be pulling in from the Chinese app to that Blue app and the Birdie app. Thank you so much to those who are here. Those on the membership who just joined the membership, welcome, Spiritual G's. I hope Lisa clearly nicely. And thank you so much to everybody who's tuned in here. Please drop questions, comments, let's engage. Let us learn from the Black God. Ukubile 10 minutes now, so it's about 2 minutes left now. If it does reach the Korapas mark, we're gonna have to postpone the session that we have tonight. But with the manipulators, we've had crazy times, right? We've really, really had crazy times. And Mobani, yes, yesterday was flooded, right? These people, these seed people, these hop people, are we even allowed to say their names here? But Leshapona, is everybody okay? I know we didn't have a Tuesday episode. We're probably gonna have an episode tomorrow about Ubutwala. I think the last time we spoke about one rendition, one version of Ubutwala. Yeah, I think I'll ask the Black God tonight. What are those implications, right? As a person who's teaching us how to live as gods and goddesses, right? As higher beings, as intelligent beings. But yeah, if Halina reports or so far, I guess we will be in the waiting room waiting for the Black God. But yeah, what's been happening? And shout out over the diaspora. I see we're growing. Checking stats the other day. So every week, we'll find these stats, ne? So it says that the US is actually coming up second now to our viewers. So thank you so much, all spiritual G's. Thokoza, Khehla, Thokoza, thank you so much for tuning in. Sisalinde the Black God. I thought we delay a little bit, but 10 minutes. But we'll start pretty soon, hopefully. As he mentioned, when we did meet him in person, he is studying at the moment. So it is quite heavy time for him now. But we're hoping every second Wednesday that we will have an episode with the Black God. Check out previous episodes that we've done. The very first one, I think nearly like 2 hours long. There was a 2-hour live session, but it was very impactful. It was a full episode. Was a moving episode. So from all corners, all the papusi and lefatshe. Thank you from the water bender people, the fire benders, the energy benders. The last episode with the Black God, he put me on Black Root. Absolutely. What's up, Azza? Haven't seen you in the longest. Welcome. Greetings, fam. Azza on the membership. That's what's up. Yes. I think those who will be joining us for the very first time, I think do get get yourself get your hands on Black Root Science, right? Especially as a melanated person, especially as a person who considers themselves as God and Goddess. Mind opening, very mind opening, But I really like the books that we've still been reading, we have try find books written by our people, it's very interesting. I saw another post Maubani, but sorry, I'm just gonna be looking down there to check on the Black God or how far. But I wonder why slavery is included as Black history, right, and not as Historia Laba, because that's their story. It's not our story. That's not where we start as a people, right? So yeah, so I think in getting knowledge, it's nice studying for personal development and all of that. But I think let's get to a point where we get our hands on books that we, our people, wrote. Yeah, it's baling black on the outside, ne? But yeah, do you guys have any questions so far? Questions that we're gonna be asking Black God tonight? Ke kopa mo founela, ne? Ke kopa mo founela because his 10-minute mark is up now. So hopefully he'll be joining us soon. Okay. Okay, I think we're gonna call it at 1:15. Utopile. So I don't know if he's making his way to Res or Halang. Yeah. Or we can have just an episode where we just catching up. But maybe for 30 minutes here since we don't know what's happening with the Black God. I'm still here, just gonna be 10 minutes late. Okay, I don't know where here is. Yeah, but he'll be with us hopefully. Yeah, I guess I'm impatient. Let me wait. But yes, what books are you guys reading so far? What new knowledge are you guys acquiring? How's the Asa season treating you guys? While we wait, can I ask a question? Please do ask a question. Do me Sani, Junior Mlojwa. Please do ask your question. Yeah, it's a knowledge sharing session here. This is what we do on our space here. I learn from you guys. We learn here as well. But yeah, please do ask questions. Yeah, anything, anything related to the content that we do or anything that you'd want to know. Kuhle, haven't seen you in the longest. Salazani will catch the replay. Nihlale kahle nonke. Siyabonga so much. Haven't seen you in the longest. Yeah, keyboard day ones bana. Okay, I'm gonna try Black God in 3 minutes, because 3 is my number, Yeah, we're gonna try that. But yes, Dumsani, please do ask your question. Okay, he's here. Okay, but you can still ask your question while we are still waiting for him. Season's been good so far. Hope it's treating you good too. Yeah, it's a very interesting Asa season. But yeah, we'll catch up. Dumelang. Last comment before what's up on this channel, been meaning to ask. Okay, so to get what's up on the channel, you can go, there's an intro episode and then there's another episode, but also in the description box we listed what it's about. But yeah, we talk about us as a people and trying to not be disturbed talking about us in all manners. African spirituality, the African calendar, or the calendar based on the southern hemisphere. Healing modalities are different. Right now, we are sending to our God states with the Black God here. But welcome, Morena. So much for your time. Yeah, it's your busy season now. You're probably writing exams or something, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you. So yeah, so kita just for breathing time. Yeah, maybe we'll do it once every 2 weeks unless you're ready for it. But to put him on the spot every Wednesday, now the Black God. But just to respect his craft and everything. But thank you so much for Nakaha Morena. Kesha, those who don't know you, I'll try introduce her again, but this is the Black God. He goes by Khosi as well. He's got a real name as well, another real name, Ikutwano. So yeah, he does embody his name. He's very patient. He's a great teacher. It's like all these giants in your midst. Maybe the secret is in Black root science. We don't know. Today. But yeah, all these giants, they're very, calm. Like it's somebody that you can learn from, somebody more. Yeah, there's no resistance, and yeah, it's these punches that are packed, but silent punches, these calm punches. So thank you so much, Ketla, for your time again. Yeah, we're gonna let you go back to your business. Hopefully never in Kesbaka, because I know our very first episode was 2 hours. The next one was like 1.5. But before Fisha, there was Ukehla, Dimitri, Sitebe, Ore. With the last episode that we did, you plugged him on Black Root Science, and it's just been super amazing things. So yes, today I keep wooing. Yeah, I keep wooing. I don't have questions for you. So yes, so today's topic for those who've just joined us, how to live, and I added that other part there as a god. So over to you, so much.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. So, yes, like we were discussing last time. When was it? 2 weeks ago or 3?
2 weeks ago.
Somewhere there. Yes. So last time we were talking about the art of self-initiation, right? We touched on things like that during initiation you take care of certain things, certain the 7 levels of initiation, right? We talked about that. So now this is sort of like a follow-up after that, right? Remember, everything that I'm teaching is directly from my experience. So from my experience, what I noticed was that once something happens in your life, right, that takes you from how you used to live, a certain life that you used to live, to something that is completely different, it becomes very difficult to adjust, right? It becomes very difficult to transition from that to that. So I struggled a lot with that in terms of finding my place. I didn't know how to live, like literally how the title says. I didn't know how to live. I didn't know what to do, when, how, because as much as we want to follow the traditional old ways, we are still in this reality of the Western world. We are still here. Physically, we are still here. So, and those realities, the ancestors, they contradict these ones. These ones demand that you do this. These ones demand that you do the opposite. So it becomes very difficult to navigate that. So, over a period of time, I decided to ask myself that question over and over again, and I said until I sort of like until it came to me, okay, no, at least try to break down on the aspects of life. Okay, in terms of aspects of life, there's this, there's that, and then take take care of each and every one of them. So that's basically the reason behind why I am teaching this thing of how to live. Also, I feel like it is good for those that are on this journey, those that want to transition, from completely removing themselves from the Western world to the other world, building their new communities and stuff like that. So now, there are 7 aspects, right? There are 7, should I say, divisions of life? Yes. 7 aspects of life. Let us put it that way. There are 7 aspects of life that I was able to come with. And most of them are things that already most of us know. We are already familiar with. But some of them I doubt. And then some of them are things that you wouldn't even consider, right? When you think about life aspects. So there are 7 of them, right? The first one, spiritual health. I call them the 7 keys of how to live, the 7 keys of a good life. So the first one is spiritual health, right? So in terms of spiritual health, we are looking again, it goes back to what we were talking about last time, right? That spirituality, when we talk about the spirit, we talk about everything that is a part of us that we cannot touch and see, right? So these are our emotions, your thoughts, your will, your actions, your intentions, all of those things. So under spiritual health, I draw wisdom from Black Science again. There's a part whereby it teaches us that there are 5 spiritual bodies, right? A human being has 5 spiritual bodies. The first one is the body, the mental body, right? This is the mental body, the body that is made up of your thoughts. And then the second one is the body of will. This is the body that is made up of your intentions, right? The things that you want to do. So sometimes you may not do something, but the fact that you wanted to do it affects you as well, right? So that's your body of will. And then the third one would be your emotional body, right? So this includes your feelings, your emotions, love, hatred, all of those things, right? And then the fourth one is your body of, what is this one? Body of actions. This is a body of actions. The body is made up of your actions, right? Everything that you do sort of like accumulates or stores itself in this body, right? It's the body of action.
The
And then
Akashic records, such a hoot.
yes, stuff like that, right? And then There's the fifth one. What is the fifth one? Mental body, body of will, body of actions, body of emotions, and the body of what? There's a fifth one that I'm forgetting right now, but I'll remember as time goes by, right? So these are the 5 spiritual bodies that we have. So in terms of taking care of your spiritual health, you take care of it by taking care of these 5 bodies, right? For example, the body of thoughts, you must always be watching out in terms of what is it that you think about, what is it that influences your mind, what is it that you watch, what is it that influences your thoughts, right? Because some of the things that influences our thoughts are not good for us, one, and that affects us spiritually. There's the body of actions. What is it that you do? The things that you do. Are you going out there and I don't want to name certain actions that people do, but are you doing those things? So those things actually they count. Then there's your body of will, your intentions. What are your intentions? Are your intentions good? Because we can act like we are good. We can act like we are good. I can give you money, drive you where, give you food, whatever. But what are my intentions about you? If my intentions are not good, that thing affects you spiritually, even though you don't take the action. So that's how you think about those bodies in terms of spiritual health. So that's the first aspect. The second aspect is physical health, right? So in terms of physical health, again, we draw wisdom from breakthrough science. It teaches us that the human body has 7 physical bodies, right? And the first one is the body of magnetism, right? The body of magnetism. The second one is the body of electricity. The third one is the body of light. The fourth one is the body of ether. Now, these four bodies usually are combined in modern day spirituality, and they are called the body of fire. When we say the fire body, yes.
Okay.
So the fire body is made up of all those 4 bodies: the ether, light, electricity, and magnetism, right? So that's the fire body. So that's how we will refer to it as well. We'll combine those 4 and call it the fire body. And then we have the water body, we have the air body, as well as the earth body, right? So the earth body refers to the physical body as we see it, Nama, everything that we can touch and feel, our bones, everything like that, right? And this is the body that we spoke about a lot last time when we were discussing the art of self-initiation, that taking care of that physical earth body, faster, making sure that you eat the right food, making sure that you don't eat the food and stuff like that. So that's your earth body, palaza, steamer, all of those things they are under taking care of your earth body, right? And then there's the body of water, right? The body of water includes your blood. Like we have water in our body. So that's the liquid that is inside our body is referred to as the body of water, right? Your blood, everything that is liquid that is inside of you. So now you take care of it by making sure that you drink things that are good for you only. This has to do with water. This is the water body, right? Water and the water that you get from the fruits, that's it. And in terms of cleansing, even your blood and everything that has to do with liquidity in your body, the best way to cleanse everything actually is through fasting. So now, if you want to cleanse your blood, you must just stop drinking the things that affect that poison your blood. That's it. And over time, because our bodies naturally fight these things, you're giving them space to fight those things. So we take care of the water body by making sure that we drink water, and there are also these herbal teas as well that we can drink even to cleanse our blood and stuff like that. So that's the water body, right? And we also have the air body. Now this refers to, obviously we breathe, right? We breathe even though most of the time we are not conscious of it. So in taking care of the air body, and this one is gonna hit hard for both of us, right? Because the air body obviously refers to the air that is in our body, and the only air that is in our body is the air that we breathe, right? So in taking care of the air body, it means that the only things that we must be inhaling is the oxygen that is around us, right? And we know that many people out there are inhaling things that they shouldn't be inhaling, right?
Stoners United.
Yes. So we should be inhaling oxygen only. All these other things that we are doing there. Yeah. So that's basically it for the air body. Now the fire body, right? The last body. There are only 4 bodies under the physical health. The fire body that is made up of the other 4 bodies. Now this refers to your aura, right? If you look at the the human body, ne, as it originally is, or as it originally was, we also have this thing that they call the aura, which is referred to as the electromagnetic biosphere, right? So the aura is part of our physical body, right? And it's under the it falls under the fire body, in a sense that, you know how fire can be small, it can go up into flames and then come back. Same thing happens with our auras. It can do that depending on our emotions and stuff like that. But topic for another day. But the aura is what
For next week
falls under,
or the other week.
yes. So the aura is what falls under the fire body, and we take care of it by making sure that the environments that we are in, right, are good, because that's how our auras are usually affected. Besides the things that are in us, our auras can be affected by things that are in us and things that are outside of us, right? So assuming that you've taken care of things that are inside, the only things that you need to look at now are things that are outside, that are in your environment. How are they affecting you? For example, you go to a tavern, right? That the noise that is there and everything that's happening there, it affects your aura. You live there, you don't feel the same. You go to a church, for example, and they're praising, it affects your aura, and then someone will go there and be like, yo, I went to that church and I could feel it. The feeling that he's talking about is getting that they got that feeling from the aura.
Yeah.
Or you get certain feelings, or maybe you meet someone, or you said, yo, I got goosebumps. Goosebumps, how? The goosebumps are because of the aura, right? So that's how we take care of the fire body under physical health, right? So yeah, the first one, spiritual health. The second one,
So
physical
next
health.
episode, we're going deeper on this fire body situation. Ne?
No problem.
Ke kopa ho bala di-comments before re enter something else. Okay, Dimitri says Togoza Mkulu, Black God. Zara May, our favorite gogo, ore, this physical world has also modernized and urbanized, demanding innovation in capital letters. We have a massive challenge between ancient ways versus newer, innovative ways. We need to balance spiritual evolution right now. For example, living spaces so was that with only showers, people who are living in shared spaces, silly posturpedic versus futons versus reed mats on the floor. We need to consider such. That's my 2 cents worth today. And then ore PS there, or forgot to greet Sanbonani, Sawana Coco. No, absolutely, absolutely. I think you're another the challenge that we have, I think for now, where I would also notice the shift, yeah, like trying to exist in like two worlds, So usually I'm around Botogoza, that's my gang, Togoza Coco gang, and whatnot. But then okay, I think now Siki colonize my friends, like everybody is sort of like on my vibe now. But there's literally times where like I just step out of this world that I'm consistently in, and then Kibeli like the regular people, and you're like, yo, okay, like a lot
Yes,
is happening
it's too
while a lot
much.
is happening at the same time, And there's somebody who came up to me, aka Nama, and he's like, what aura? What color is my aura? So I'd really like to expand on this episode in a aura. I think some people say, no, ish Maria, I atamaisane Maria. Naturally.
Yes, stuff like that. All right, we feel it through the aura, but people don't know that.
To the aura. And I like how a point that's gonna upset like a lot.
Mm.
It's all nice, Udimanda, this alcohol, you know it goes, go towards a go gang, right? Or no, I'm only drinking, I'm only smoking because it's the ancestors, So how do we supersede that level where I don't know, like now you don't feel hore, you're not gonna blame it on the ancestors, hore, no, I am behaving like this, I am drinking this, I am eating this, get like this, because there's a lot of ways to consume cannabis in now, But yeah, we just I think remember honest or no. Not Stoners United, it's a thing. It's not good. Any smoking of any kind is not
Yes.
good, Leona, the holy herb itself. Gogo Ori auras intersect every day. It's very challenging since isolation is often necessary during spiritual ascension, but have to be out there in offices, buses, malls, etc. Yeah, speaking to also a point I also wanted to make here, where when I was new in my awakening, my reawakening, like I go tropong here, like I want to come back home, because I just feel, oh my gosh, like there's just too many energies around me and all of that. So I think it's a very interesting thing that we're gonna delve in there. But please do continue. You know how I enjoy speaking to you.
Yes, 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 yes. So we spoke about two of them, right? And I said there's seven. So the third one is financial health.
Yo, okay, sir.
So now this one is a bit of it's a debate for some, right? But I included it because first we are still in this reality, right? As much as we want to plant our own foods, we want to clean our own water and be fully independent, we are not right now. Even if I plant today, tomorrow I will still want my food, right? So I still have to have a way of making sure that I eat at the end of the day. That's the first reason. Second reason, we are told black people will build new communities very, very soon, in the next decade or so. Those communities are going to need money to be built, right? They won't just be built by magic in J. I don't know how. They won't be built by that. We're gonna need money and a lot of it. A lot of it. Now, here's the challenge when it comes to this one of financial health, right? But it won't be a challenge for most people. It's a challenge only to a few people, right? The people that are meant to get initiated at a higher level, right? Uh, they are very well aware that money is sort of like it is used as sort of like a last test. That's your last test, last temptation in terms of whether are you going to pass your test and be welcomed and get initiated, or are you going to fail it and not get initiated. Money is the last thing that they use. Again. So now that's where it's tricky for the ones that are meant for initiation. That's the tricky part. For okay, I need to have money, but then how do I walk this very thin line of me being able to sort of like afford for myself the food or whatever that I need, right? But also at the same time not fall for the tricks of the white people, because that's the biggest thing that they use to trick people. It's money. So it's gonna be a difficult one. But then I also figured that usually the temptation comes directly from white people. So the only thing that you need to take care of here, most of the time, it comes directly by white people. So the only thing that you need to take care of here is just making sure that the money that you are getting isn't somehow an attempt to sort of like swing you over to the other side.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make an example of Malcolm X because something similar happened to him when he was going to that pilgrimage at Mecca, right? They managed to convince him there that no, we are good people as white people, nothing in you see there's riches here, we're gonna give you this. After that 40 days there, and when he came back changed. Now he was busy saying, white people are fine, let's unite in what, because they were able to convince him, and then he failed his test. So I think as long as we are always aware of such things. I'll get back to that one. So as long as we know, as long as we are alert enough to see, okay, this might be a trick, I think we are fine. I think we are fine in terms of getting the money because we need the money at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think you touched on something very important, especially for community in Arona, I think when you go into spaces of my personal development, whether you're gonna go into entrepreneurship and now in the space that we are existing in, we are having the desire to build our black economies. I think Ribeng kind of lenient to each other, the ones who are still in the system, we do need chelete eo ya bona, so it doesn't help really woke gang repeats. Yeah, you busy working for the white man. I get it. We need that money also to come build our own
We need
stuff,
it.
right?
We
So I
need
think
it, yeah.
everybody, I think if we can take it as in like in this uniting, we all making sacrifices because truth be told, the only thing
Yeah.
is being able to do certain things. Mara, that program here every day, it's really not nice, you know, unless so you know, but it's really not nice. So I think now my 2 cents worth is as the woke woke gang, Toza Gogo gang, the entrepreneurs, you know, let's not talk down to people that still have the 9 to 5s, because get on, who's gonna be funding all these things, right? And then a second point is, how mention Malcolm. Malcolm X is the guy who made me cut my relaxed hair. But anyway, we give thanks there. But how after the 40 days, yeah, which links to that other book that I don't like. But yeah, you guys refer to it all the time. That other book, yeah, 40 days, 40 nights, right? Fasting and all of
Yeah.
that. So yeah, so quite disappointing. But I think through time immemorial, you know, like Haribona, the recent history that we have is just so unfortunate, Hori. You're at that last stage that you need to pass. A lot of people by failure, you know, from
Yeah.
the sitting president himself, you know, to
Ish.
other people we're not gonna mention because we wanna offend our friends. But that whole thing, yeah, Hori, like one day, Hori, I wish sellout was so serious like it was back in the day, you know, because like literally give up at stake here, you know. Next thing, you are so radical, then you come back and be pacified. So it's a question of, does every black man have a price? Okay, does every man have a price? Is the question. Does every man have a price? Because now you are here and all of that. Unless maybe yeah, maybe then. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's things that we need to be cognizant of. And I think I've said it on this platform here, Horia. Hasele bona ke bua differently, guys. Ke kopa little attack, then you must know hore le one le say tengisile, you know. So I think yona another thing e re preventang from moving forward as a people, you know, because
That is true.
they will pacify the one that they see, you know. Papa here. So it's just sad. So what's our plan, Kehla? What's our plan? Because Lefati, some people got given Lefati and yeah, they didn't do things of high vibration, you know. And yeah, so I think we're busy singing bring back the land, bring back the land, but most of us, okay, not most, okay, I reckon most of us, just to be inclusive here, but we don't know what we're gonna do with that land. What we're gonna, how we're gonna be benefiting us, you know, because I think Resali also quite individualistic due to the effects that this system everything more here, you know. Yeah.
Um. So in terms of this series, ne, there are 3 parts. There are 3 parts. Actually, this was supposed to be 3 books, but I know I still have the opportunity to write them. So the first book was going to be The Art of Self-Initiation. The second one was going to be How to Live, which is today's episode. And then the third one was going to be whereby I talk about that now in terms of building communities, in terms of how they're going to run and stuff like that. So maybe we can wait for that episode and then I'll expand on that one.
Okay. Thank you.
How do we, what do we do with the land and all of that?
Yeah.
So yeah, so in terms of financial health, yes, hey, these attempts are because even when your time to get tested comes, what can happen as well is that you can get weakened first before you are getting tested, right? They weaken you first in certain ways, they know how, and they can even bring you to a point whereby you are in desperate need of that money. And then the money comes. So what do you do then? Do you now don't take the money because it's from a white person, or do you take it because of your own survival? It's a difficult decision, right?
Yeah.
And that's why not many people make it to that high level of initiation. I'm not saying that in that situation you should decline the money. I don't know what you should do. You should be able to think on your feet or independent. We can't be always telling each other what to do. Okay, so we must also be independent. So yeah, that one I think is just up to everyone in terms of how cautious they are. But in terms of financial health, the 2 things I wanted to say is that one, we must get the money. If even if it's through a job, if you can work, you are able to stand a 9 to 5, then do that and get the money, right? Secondly, we must support each other in terms of our businesses. We
Hundreds.
must make sure that anything that you want to do, I want something for my neck. I know for Gogo sells this. I go by there. Like, try by all means. You don't even have to. You don't even have to sort of like have a list of businesses. No, in your everyday life, where I buy, I try to make sure that most of the time I buy where I know that store is owned by a black person. That's it.
Sure.
You don't have to. You
Sure.
don't have to. You don't have to
The
change a
little
lot of things.
stuff.
Just
Yeah.
that. Tomorrow you want to
Yeah.
buy. You want to buy. I don't know. Airtime. Go to that person, that black person. You want to buy fruits.
Yeah.
Or that Zali there in the street. Go buy fruits there. That's it. In terms of
Sure. Sure.
supporting.
Now, secular ways, maybe like now, like my criteria is you need to be spiritual for me to. So now I'm building my own economy. So I make sure, okay, I'm buying black one, and then two, katotla nenkulumo yakho ukuthi yaphi, or if usali, yeah. Otherwise, so I'm creating my own community where ke batla like re ba in one alignment, ha ke re ko wena, I'm buying this because of this certain reason. It's not just gonna be tomorrow so tengisela somebody else iayiko, because I think that's another chat that we need somebody in the business sector to talk to us as black business owners who are not like if urekisa ayikho, your professionalism is out the window. It's not just about you, but it's about the entire race. How to support black. Don't be an example of why people say, hurrah, these black businesses.
Yes.
Before you go on,
Yes.
I just want to read Gogo's emails here. I mean, comments. Okay, auras we read. Also, in order to view auras, one needs to open their spirit. It is good practice to close spiritual portals before entering public spaces, as in shut it down and read no one outside a consultative space, period. Then she further says, sometimes even when the money is available, our energetic frequencies become the test. For example, some people get subjected to most intense personal, emotional, and spiritual challenges. Many people drop out at such phases. These challenges are not limited to, but may include abo, GBV, awful work-related issues, and or conflict in relationships. It happens. It's about enabling access to the money, prominence of any degree of fame, etc., to corrupt one's ego. Keep the mission statement intact. That one, go. Keep the mission statement intact. No, Makos. No, siyayizwa gogo, siyayizwa.
Remove really. Yes, Goku, you're right. Lohore, in terms of professionalism, you can't be saying, oh, okay, support black, and then when you're not doing the right things, it's gonna be difficult. So all of those things we must also take into consideration. So that's it with the third aspect. The fourth one is social health, right? So social health includes relationships
Hey,
with everyone, partner,
everyone.
family members, friends, colleagues at work, if you are a student, whoever you are in class with. So these are relationships, social health, and it's a difficult one. This one, especially when it comes to family, because of
Eish.
um,
Ke
what
yona
we need to
kgang.
do. So actually, fasting is the solution to everything that I'm talking about here in terms of all these aspects of health, right? And fasting, what fasting means is avoiding something. If you are fasting, if you are eating, you are avoiding to eat, right? So when you go on a social health fast, you are avoiding social interactions, for one. And 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 that's what we need to do in order to make sure that we take care of that aspect of our lives, and also make sure that the people that are around us are the people that are on the same path as us, or it's people that are on the same mindset as us, because
100.
if you are on a certain mindset and then you hang around with people by they are of a completely different mindset, chances are that you're gonna become part of them. You're not
No,
gonna survive.
I think you are, but the company you keep it on, birds of a feather flock together, right? Yeah.
But yes, that's the statement,
And
right?
now we
So
born in your head, like it happens from the subconscious, where like
exactly.
umakala libua the same, li behavior the same, So the
Exactly.
company you keep is very, very important.
So it's very important to make sure that the people that are around us, because and the social health one is very important actually. These
Yeah.
are the people that directly influence us, the decisions we make. Because who are you going to if you need to make a difficult decision? These are the people that you go to, right? So we must make sure that whether be it our partner, be it our family members, be it colleagues at work, those most of the time, these are people that are at least around the same mindset as us. One. So that's basically how you take care of that social health aspect. Then the first one is environmental health. And
So,
I think
Kesha,
it,
wait, on that one,
mhm.
what do you do in terms of family? Okay, friends, okay, I think we are elevating to a point where you can cut off people, but in a nice way, you know. So, in terms of family, quite wrong because these are people, especially like in your younger days, where you are literally living with these people, you are libama DIY these people. So, how do we navigate that one?
Yeah, that is a difficult one. I thought about it for a very, very long time. A very long time. I think it was somewhere last year. Or what about family members now? And the answer I got was that is the answer that we have to that we get from just general people and not just family members specifically, right? General people, when someone is not um on the same mindset as us, and we can see whether their behavior or they are toxic or whatever, we try and avoid them. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, as difficult as it is, that's the same thing that we might have to do as time goes by, right? Now, this also, I'm drawing it from the fact that when the time comes and things worsen here in Slavin, and there are people that are in certain communities, or maybe let's say us, we want to build our own communities there, but then we still have some of our family members that don't want to go there, they want to stay here, and they're being stubborn. Are we gonna stay with them here and die with them, or are we gonna go to our communities and continue life there? It's a
Really
very difficult
spiritual,
one.
geez. Yeah, we are family now. We are all
You
family now.
see, yes. So it also touches on the thing that you're talking about, that family now means it means more than just blood, right? In these times that we're living in, family will mean more than just blood. Just because I'm blood related to you doesn't mean that we are of the same tribe. You see,
Yeah,
so
100.
so as difficult as it is, the only thing that I see happening here is that we might have to leave them behind as time goes by. If they are not willing to get to that level, if you can try and tell them, hey, please do this fast, do this in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They are not responding. You don't have a choice but to leave them behind.
Not Thomas, Thomas.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's a difficult one, I
Hello.
know. Difficult one. Because also we must think about the mission. For example, let's say you are Jesus and you have a certain mission, and someone in your family doesn't want you to do it. Are you not gonna do the mission now?
Okay, yeah. And I
How
think
many people
for
could you have helped there for one?
I get it. Yeah. I think it goes back to Gogo's statement, yeah, keep the mission statement intact, you know.
Mm.
Where I think Rona maybe said it, you know, because we've been here. But I think for new people, you know, especially when like your sisters, your bestest, you know.
Mm.
But now comes a time where your awakening happens, you know, or a
Yeah.
sedimo sa tloga by that time. But yeah, so yeah, for those who are new in the space, you know, I think the last live we had, the Kesha Are, yeah, I thought you kind of bend into Rosa Gogo gang, but the conversation went deeper. So I'm like, no, like if you're going through this journey, guys, you need the right people. So yeah, so
Mm.
Bokosi, so Gogo here. We here guys. So please do use us because it does get lonely, especially from if you're very oh now my family like we are in each
Mm.
other's business. So it's very hard when now you going on a different path. Now
Mm.
Selo and Oshanya. But we here, we are one
Yeah, we
with,
move.
with our
We
new
move.
family here.
We move.
Oh, sorry, Gogo Uri, behavioral fasting to some belief, thank you. Family, we cannot un-DNA ourselves, but we can definitely set firm boundaries.
Mm.
Everybody is not your body. We may just look similar. No, hundreds, Gogo. Hundreds.
That is
I think I would
true.
have lost my mind if it wasn't for my Togoza Gogo, Makosi gang, you know, because, you know, there's that conviction, man. How Nali how so about me like there's that conviction where
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
sorry, I cannot afford to stay
Yeah.
more staying you know.
Mm.
But please do continue, Ketla.
Yes, yes. So the fifth one, environmental health, and I think we touched on this one last
Yeah.
time, right? So this one again, taking care of your house, your yard, and making sure that the community that you are that is around you is good. There are certain communities here in South Africa where you go there, there's nothing, there's a lot of negativity in J. There's
By
just a lot of things
design.
happening, right? So you cannot thrive spiritually in those communities. They are definitely going to hold you back. So this is another reason why at some point we will have to move to our own independent communities as spiritual G's, people that know each other. Okay, Tina, we are on this path. Let us stay together. That is going to be a good community for those people. Because
100.
of wherever you are going, it's just about spirituality. Just that's it. There's nothing else, right? And we are all supporting each other.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why we need to make sure that we build those communities. But for now, the only thing that you can do is make sure that your yard and your house are clean. Environmental health, right? Make sure that you plant. You have plants in your house. You can't be having. You see these houses that have pavements because nowadays is for the modern design in what. So that's fine, but at least there should be some trees in yana, plants in yana. Those
Mobunyana, how you gonna ground?
hey,
Yeah.
bunyana at least. So those
Yeah.
things are
So
things
the,
that
the pavement, the like concrete, that's a trap, guys. Don't concrete your entire house
yeah.
because now or plant a guy or ground a guy, So that soil is very important. Also for people who are in
Mm,
space like learning about children or raising children. Apparently
yes,
Mobu is very, very, very important for the development because for the
yes.
development of Moana as well,
Mm-hmm.
So don't fall into the trap. The paving the dice and all of that, but the Iba a spiritual blockage in a way, also, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Biggs just got here. Ore Togoza Lapo, Togoza Ketla, Togoza. We're having a very delicious convo. We are on number 4 now, ne? Hey.
Five,
Oh, 5, sorry, it's 5, 5.
five. Environmental health. So yes, environmental health, taking care of that, making sure that the environment that you are in is always clean, basically. So now there is this um there is this thing, right? Uh, I spoke about it last time on the art of self initiation. 144,000 aspects of character. So what happens is that each of those 144,000 aspects of character are represented by a certain part of our body. Ne? So now, whenever any of those 144,000 aspects of character changes or is negatively influenced, it will reflect on our body and also reflect on our environment, right? So when you go to certain communities, and that's how you know that certain communities are not good because of the animals that are around them. You go to certain communities, you see what it's dirty, there's sort of rats, cockroaches in what. That tells you a lot about the state of mind of the people that are there. But then you go to a similar community, maybe it's a village or whatever, or it's a township, but it's clean there. There are no rats, there are no. So what's the difference? So that tells you the state of mind of the community, of the entire community that is there, right? So that also adds into the environmental health. And I only added that to show us where it really comes from, right? Where it comes from the aspect of character. When that thing, so even if this is why sometimes you can try and maybe we clean a mafela or something, cockroaches, but they keep coming back. You clean them, they keep coming back. You doom the entire yard, they keep coming back. One. So, and then you ask yourself what's happening. No, there's a certain aspect of character that is reflected on your body. Maybe you are sick some way, and it's reflecting in your
Yo,
environment. That's how worse it is now. It's now
yo.
reflecting in the environment, and it's attracting the animals that are not good. This is why you will see people that are initiated or even going through spiritual initiation, like during Hotwas. These people are vibrating high, ne? And then they'll come and tell you. And this thing happened to me actually. Let me not say people, it's me. And maybe you go somewhere and then you chill somewhere and then maybe a white bird comes and chills with you there. Can you see how now which type of animals you are attracting because of
Yeah.
the level of vibration that you are in? So it's the same thing in terms of the animals that are considered not good, like the roaches and rats and stuff like that.
I think I just understood the chapter. Next time, Tlhaloganye chapter e ko Black Roots. I think I just understood it now. So thank you for that.
Oh, the causes of illness.
Yeah, I think in more way there's the like animals that sing natural or they sing takal and stuff. I think they
Mm,
spoke on the rats and yeah. So I think
yes,
I get it, Lapo. Big
yes.
face, well said. No, 100%. Yo, actually. And
So
then we
that is it for the environmental health. I don't know. You want to say something?
no. Please continue.
Right. So the sixth one, yeah, this one speaks of continuation, right? I call it generational health. Um, the first thing that it talks about, it speaks of. I think I touched on it actually last time. It speaks of, do you know where you come from in terms of your history and your past, right? Do you know where you are, and do you know what's going to happen in the future? Do you know what's coming, right? And you can see how that's intergenerational in the sense that to know your past, maybe you can ask your mother and your mother, grandmother. There's also the aspect of ancestors and the higher self. So all of those are part of the history of our past, right? And then you knowing things about yourself now, and you knowing things that are going to happen in the future in terms of what's going to happen in the future, so that you know how to live and know how to prepare yourself, right? So that's one aspect of it. The second aspect now speaks of the importance of having children, right? The fact that when you are here, and for you to be here, your mother has to have you, had to give birth to you, right? So it speaks about that, the importance of having children and how to raise those children, right? Because what I've seen in today, ne, and I don't blame the youth, to be honest, how there's sort of like a negative connotation that is attached with having children, for one. So I've seen that thing, and I don't blame them because their reasons are good. For example, financial stability. It's very difficult to raise a child when you are not financially stable. Secondly, there's just a lot going on now where you're not fine. You don't even feel like there's certain things that you're doing right in life or whatever. You feel like you yourself are enough
Kiwana.
responsibility.
Yeah.
Now you on yourself. So now you have to take up for another one. Hey, that's gonna be very difficult. So, but then this aspect talks about why it is important for us to ultimately have children. And you know what happens now? The other thing that I observed is that even though we say this as the youth, many of us, especially girls that I know, the moment that they get pregnant, it becomes difficult for them to say, no, nah, I still don't want this child. Let me just abort this child. Many of them will choose to keep the child. And they don't ask themselves why, right? Why did they say before that they're never gonna have children? They are pregnant now jiggy jiggy, now they decide to keep their child. So these are some of the things that we need to think about, right? Imagine if all of us didn't have children. So having children is part of life. I agree, we're talking about how to live. So now that we have taken care of yourself over the past 6 aspects of life, now you must make sure that you make sure that whoever you give birth to, right over. So yeah, that's basically it in terms of generational health. And the other source of what I'm saying is that it's Black Root Science actually. When you go to the last chapter of Volume 1, Black Root Science, the protocols of the elders of Shabazz, it speaks about people that are going to be in black communities, they must have children. Either you adopt a child or you have your own, but you must have a children. Like it's a must. If you get there, you're
Okay,
given
we shall
a
adopt.
certain
We'll
time period.
definitely adopt.
You're given a certain time period of 2 years or 3 years, and then if you don't have a child, then walk over from that community. So having or taking care of a child, of a black child, is very, very important. Now I say this because I don't know who's going to be leading those communities, right? What happens if the griots from those tribes that are hidden here in Africa are the ones that are leading these communities and are making sure that the rules are being followed, the protocols of the elders of Shabazz are being followed? They want to make sure that each and every single one who gets there has a child. Meaning that if you don't have a child, or you are not willing to have a child, or willing to adopt a child when you get there, you're not going to be part of the community.
Oh no, I can have 20 of those babies to adopt. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Comment so far while we're still on the generational stuff. Sam Ori, Torozani fam. I'm still struggling a lot with the family issue. And then Gogo Ori, all the generational stuff had me refraining from having children. Dine trauma. Hey, Gogo, mina ngiyakubhuba, yazi lapho. Ngiyakubhuba. Big
I'm
says he's
adopting
adopting
five.
5. I am adopting nobody. Hey, so on, I'm the community, guys. So on. But Sam, on that issue, if you wanna chat a bit more on that one, please just find me on socials or find Ukehla on socials. Yeah, we can talk. We fam here. But yeah, please find us. Yeah, ke tlo share dintho tsa Black Roots again. Black God, the Black God again in the description box as well. But on all episodes that we've done with him that we've covered so far, editing, o tla di bua le ena before re kwala as well. So Togoza Kesha, don't lose hope. We've all been there, and look at us now.
Yes. So yeah, that's why I felt that I need to mention that one. But that's nothing. If you don't want to have children, that's nothing that you need to worry about now, because I'm sure there will be a lot of children that will be up for adoption by that time. So yeah, you don't need to worry about that now. But also for
Lino,
those that have
bye,
children, yes. So, but also for those that have children, they can also see it as a blessing as well, in a sense that they're born, maybe they already have their own child, they've already bonded with them, they've already lived with them. So yeah.
No, Togos.
And then the last one, the seventh and last one. In fact, this one, I think it's the central one. This one is the one that holds all of the other six together, right? I call it the cultural health.
Eba.
Cultural health, the culture, right? The culture is a big part of who we are. In fact, there's no life without culture. When you go anywhere, you settle in any community, there will be some sort of culture, right? Um, and we can see this in the sense that the culture of Black people, the Black culture, and let's say versus maybe the Western culture, they are very different. We do things differently, right? So the culture basically refers to the norms of the community, right? The things that are taken as normal. I know this is an obvious thing. For example, um,
Madume. That's one.
yes. For example, that's one as well. Greeting is something that in many Black communities, I don't know about now actually, but back then, it's something that we used to do every single day. We know how we greet someone. But today we just pass each other. Okay? We don't greet each other. So
I
and
still
that's
greet
part
you
of the,
from the inside though. I still greet from the
we
inside.
still greet from the inside. So and that's part of the Western culture, right? Because in the Western culture they don't promote stuff like that, right? In
Yeah.
fact, in the Western culture they don't even teach you how to live, basically.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that's the realization that I got as well. But actually, I've never been taught how to live. I just came here, jiggy jiggy, muskolong. Now I'm here. I don't know what's going on. I was never set down for okay, this is life, right? This is what's happening in life. This is what you must do. Nothing like that, right? And also, we can't even blame our parents because they themselves didn't get that. So now we are the
Mm.
generation that must come up with these things so to make sure that the following generation is fine. So
Yeah.
which is part of the reason why I made all of this. So cultural health includes the norms, the things that are taken as normal in a for example, in a community, for example, the right of Black Christians, there are certain things like they're not only healers, there are also things like someone who welcomes the child. Okay. You can see what that thing is a normal thing in their community. They go there, you are pregnant, I need to go see a Mohammed, talk to the child before they come to earth. But you come to our community, such is not there. So that's part of the culture, right? Even the songs, the traditional dances, that's part of the culture. You go to different cultures, literally different cultures. You get there, they dance this way, Batswana dance this way, Bazulu Bahirayana. The songs are different cultures, right? So these are some of the things that we also need to think about in terms of when we are going to do this thing of building communities and also taking care of ourselves.
But yeah, as much as really different in today's time, but still
Yes,
not
yes, yes.
we can still find the similarities a lot.
Yes, yes.
You're another singing and dancing. I think I could be about that, le ha re le
Yes.
busy, so stagi was na
Mm.
land, but we still, when we congregate, we are singing, we are dancing, we are doing this and that. I'm reading comments so far before Kuala. Gogo already never thought tidy tubes at some point because the DNA is absolutely hectic. I would not even raise a reproduced version of myself. We are remastering and reconfiguring and resetting ourselves. Are we ready for VDVs? Sam, they'll definitely reach out. Siyabonga, Kehla. No, please do. Like whatever you need, guys. Re family, re nice. Bobo Black God, but nice to live on. And yeah, definitely willing to help. But yeah, Kibo, if you need services, there's an extra. There are initiated healers, but yeah, but Tlhalosa as well. But yes, while we're still on the culture thing is how
Yes.
so speaking to parents, please, yeah, can we not use that thing as black people, ngwana o kena ko roomong, ha di bedise bagolo, yeah, so I think if we can retain and maintain such things, like yeah, little
True.
things like the greetings, learning not to compromise with your name, that is also part of culture ya rona. Ha ke le mokgadi ke mokgadi, and unfortunately I don't have another name. I just have
Yes.
social media names, but those are not my names. Like my name speaks volumes. Say your name correctly. Eh, yeah, these norms that we have as
Yes.
a people. Yeah.
And also one
Uh,
thing I wanted to touch on, or are you about to read something there?
no. You can continue, Kasha.
So the thing that you touched on, in a sense, that when you said that there are still similarities. In fact, when you look at different black cultures, they are all exactly the same thing, just that they do the same thing differently, right?
100%,
They are
100.
all the same thing. We dance, we have all everything. Muamahedi, you will find there is a Muamahedi, just that there's a Zulu term for Muamahedi. There's a
Okay.
Muamahedi in Bafedi, just that there's another term for it. So we actually,
Okay.
most of, in fact, all of black culture is the same, just that the tribes do it differently, so that we can
Yeah.
experience something differently. You see, so
Yes.
yes, so the cultural health one is very important, and I guess that's the one that we need to worry about when the communities are here, not now, right?
Hundreds, hundreds.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, Black God, buka re ithola neng he? Because we've done 2 episodes that were quite packed. Lee is quite packed. The next one, we're going into a subsection of this episode here. So, are you
Mhm.
intending on writing besides the blogs that you do, besides your website? Because yeah, also, yeah, that information is too dope to also not be an
Yes,
ebook.
yes,
To also le
yes. I
rona
also
tshwanetse re kgantshetse badimo ba gago also, So is a book coming out? Where do people
yes,
find
yes, yes.
you? And
Um,
any more questions before Rekwala also? But please
yes,
continue while
please,
we're waiting for the
please, please.
questions.
If there are any questions, yes, they can write them down there. So the one that I'm busy with is the first one, the art of self-initiation. But ultimately, yes, I intend to write all three of them. So the third one, the name for the third one, the name that I had was Sounds the Call to Come Together.
Mm,
Sounds
mm.
the Call to Come Together basically means, yeah, it's like a sound that is calling all of us to come together and build communities, right? But also, it's a line that I took from the national anthem because
Yeah,
um,
it takes it.
it is. And then, what is the following line after that? Unite. And united we shall stand.
And
And united
united.
we shall stand. Yes, so that's part of why I took that. So yes, I do intend writing those and many other things because I have a lot of ideas that I'm not implementing, go if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I have a lot of ideas in terms of stories. I could even write books, stories for children, um, importantly, because those are the people that we should be focusing on.
We need
So
those. Yeah.
yes,
We
I do
really
write the
need
ideas
those.
down.
But you're
I
still
do
part
write
of
the
our
ideas.
series, like yeah, parenting the gifted child. So
Yes,
we're gonna
yes, yes.
have you a lot. But yeah, we're just gonna allow you to have time to write your exams and all. Is this your final year or only next year, Abangena?
I still have to decide on that one. but I'll keep you updated because
Okay, but for now, I understand that it's still that period, but we really want to get the likes of such things out, because I think I enjoy the way you teach things. I enjoy the content that you write as well. And yeah, maybe where can people find you, especially for the WhatsApp channel that you have? You actually share dope things there as well, And right, it's I think you provide also a very gentle way into entering this world, besides the semantics of you know how it goes here in woke in woke gang. But yeah,
it is
please tell us where we
important,
can
probably.
find you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Arena Dipoto so far. But I think everybody are grateful for you. I personally am definitely ke try go discipline today by keeping
Yeah.
the time. But yeah, I see there's no questions as well. So please just tell us where we can find you and the works that you do. Yeah, we say this side you're not doing any healing services, right? So
Yes,
far.
yes.
Yeah.
Um, it is very important. You're saying something there that I provide a very gentle way into this. It is very important for it to be gentle because I learned the hard way that because if it's not gentle, if it's a lot in a short period of time, it results in what you could refer to as trauma, right? Because
Yeah.
some of the things there,
Or
if,
resistance.
yeah, if they are too heavy and you're not ready and you're not prepared for them, then they'll break you. They'll completely break you. So that's why it's very important. So yes, you can find me there. I have a website, blackgodwisdom.com. But I would love it if people would follow me on my WhatsApp channel, right? I will share the link with you, Gogo, so that you can post it. Yeah. So because that's where I really want to concentrate on, just sending everything there instead of having to send one thing all over. I just want to send it to just
Yeah.
one place. So yes, the WhatsApp channel is very important. I also have a Facebook page called The Black God and a YouTube channel as well, The Black God. And in that YouTube channel, I have about 7 or 8 videos. Those are my dreams in there. But as time goes by, I intend to have a lot more content there.
Yeah, we actually forgot to do that today. We're supposed to stream from your
Yes,
side,
yes, yes.
but
I forgot it as
re
well.
tla etsa next time. Re tla etsa next time. We have Botswana in the house. Royalty Fold 93 o re ga nya re lebogile go tswa Botswana. Thank you so much. Ra gola over the diaspora, ra leboga le modimo ntsho who got us here
Yes.
as well. But my king leboga so much
Thank you
consistently.
very much.
And like I say, I really love your teaching style, because I think most of us barkenang more blind. So I think if you're very aggressive in your way of teaching, no globally resistance
Mm.
baya. So how you're just gentle with us, ra leboga. And from those on our membership program, Aza ore appreciate the knowledge sharing from everybody. Kamaku, Sechaba, ore lesedi bagolo. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Re leboge le my cray go there as well in the comment section. Thank you so much to all spiritual G's. Galeboga to Rosa Gogo Gang, the queer unconscious, the knowledge seekers, knowledge collectors. There's Pindi as well. Thank you guys. Galeboga so much. Yeah, so please, we don't get a pressure, Black God, who are providing these things in written form because we started, I think, the first episode, yeah, we left for like 2 hours. There was the dreams
Yeah.
in there was the rituals, black people,
Mm.
there's where we come from as black people. So he will cover that for us. So thank you so much. Yeah, please watch the ads.
Thank you
Those
very
who are going to
much.
be joining us, please watch the ads. Please do support. And again, Morena ka leboga so much. You know how much I love
Thank
you
you.
right here in my heart chakra.
Thank
So
you
thank
very
you
much.
for the knowledge. Please confirm how we become members. Okay, so there's a join button. If you go, it should be here on this video. There's a join button that you can click there. There's 3 levels of membership. The final one where you get your cosmic pack every month. But go, I'll also provide I think it should be in the description box as well, the link I think. I'll also re-provide the link in the description box of how you join the membership gang. But so much. Yeah, we're trying to get t-shirts out because hot chase are now, ne? Yeah, time for the hoodies to leave now.
Yes,
We're
definitely.
gonna get that. And yeah, yeah, Khosi, I see, yeah, I see any healing work this side. But yeah, he's got a whole Ndumba there. How you go Pampir stats. Yeah, he will definitely assist you. But for chats and everything, you know, if you wanna super thanks us, you can super thanks. If you wanna buy us coffee, you can buy us coffee. If you wanna super thanks Khosi, we're gonna do that. We're also gonna try grow his channel. So I think the next stream we will dual stream on both platforms,
Yes,
so that
yes.
I can get the pressure because we really need this content out that he's providing us. But we thank all the ancestors, all the guides, all the spirits of high intelligence that were here tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
It does not go unnoticed. Thank you so much for all that you do for me and us. So Zana be kganya be lesedi be
So,
kgotso be khutso. So
yeah,
bela